cielito lindo vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando.
The Missionary Servants of the Most Holy Trinity first went to Mexico in 1979. The leadership at the time believed the vision of our founder, Father Judge, would thrive in that traditionally Catholic country. And so, at the request of bishops in 2 dioceses, we took over the pastoral care of a large parish in Buena Vista, in the state of Michoacan in western Mexico, and another one some 300 miles away in the town of Temascalapa. For almost 25 years, we strived to fulfill what Father Judge called our chief effort, to develop an apostolic, a missionary spirit in the laity. In 2003, confident that we had fulfilled our mission, we returned the care of both parishes to their respective dioceses. Meanwhile, we have been working for 10 years in Iztapalapa, the poorest of the 13 delegations or boroughs that make up Mexico City. We were invited by the local bishop to come there at a time when newly arriving refugees from some of the most impoverished states in Mexico were settling in areas of Iztapalapa surrounding the city dump. One particular neighborhood was called New Colony because it sprang up practically overnight. In New Colony, on the side of a steep hill, families built tiny shacks made of corrugated cardboard. There were no paved roads, running water, or any of the other services provided in other parts of the city. Today it is a different place altogether. The roads are paved, the city provides utilities, there are schools and public transportation. Yet still today, more than 40% of the population is considered socioeconomically marginalized. One thing that hasn't changed in these 2 decades is the faith of the people and their generosity and spirit of sacrifice. When the mission first opened, a widow named Esperanza was living with her 3 children in a 1-room concrete house inside the city dump. She and her children eked out a living peddling tortillas and scavenging through the dump for anything they could eat or sell. When the parish held a potluck dinner to celebrate one of their patron saints, Esperanza and her children came. Knowing her situation, no one thought she would have anything to share. But she surprised everyone when she presented her offering, a box of crackers. In that small gesture, Esperanza embodied the faith, generosity, and spirit of sacrifice we find so often in the people on our Mexican missions. Just a month after we left Buena Vista and Temascalapa, we took responsibility for a parish in Chimalhuacan, a town of about 25,000 people, located just outside the northeastern border of Mexico City. Chimalhuacan is a melting pot. Many come from all over Mexico due to its proximity to the capital. They arrive with the hope of a better life on the outskirts of the big city, searching for the opportunity to pull their families out of poverty. The migrants bring a rich variety of customs and beliefs to the community, making Chimalhuacan a very culturally diverse area. There is no doubt that life is hard for the people. The community is affected by violence, low wages, the loss of family values, and in some cases, religious apathy. Still, the missionary servants have made a tremendous difference in the lives of the people. Our mission in Chimalhuacan is a good example of how our approach to the preservation of the faith can nurture a Catholic community. Since we first arrived, the mission has grown to include 5 chapels and 13 neighborhood sectors. More than 200 parishioners help serve this large community, spreading the good news in many different ways. Our latest commitment in Mexico is in the town of Santa Maria Ajoloapan, which is near our novitiate in Huitzila. The bishop, worried that his people were losing their connection to the church because of the lack of priests, invited the missionary servants to take over the care of the parish. The church in Santa Maria is old and small, as this is a poor area of Mexico, but the people are rich with potential for spiritual growth. We look forward to serving the mission for many years to come. One of the first missionary servants in Mexico tells the story of the time he was preaching in a small rural chapel. During his homily, he posed a rhetorical question: who are the poor? He was both surprised and humbled when from the front row a woman answered quietly, "The poor are those who don't know God." In that guileless, direct reply, we find the heart and soul of the Mexican people we have served. Amid their own material poverty and suffering, they know that they are not really poor in the things that matter most, their love of God. Through the years we have served in Mexico, we have nurtured this spirituality and empowered the people with the sure knowledge that they too are called through baptism to be a missionary in their daily life. We have brought and continue to bring the good news of the gospel to the Mexican people we have been called to serve for nearly 4 decades.
Porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones